Hey, what's up, bro? Speed 711 here. So, did you do the new Fire and Ice event in Fortnite to steal a Brainrot? Fortnite, still the Brainrot. Fire and Ice event coming up. I clipped out a lot of the content, but I show all the admin text in chat. All the admin chat. I show all those points, and then I show a good bit of the event. We got the new collection in the book, so the new index section in the book. They didn't take anything out, but they just added a fire and ice. And it's a mixture of fire and ice all in one, so it's kind of hard to tell which are going to be fire and which are going to be ice. But the admin has some special drops. There's some Lucky Rock boxes. Also, at the end of the event, there was a guaranteed secret spawn, so mine wasn't very good. I did get a fire and ice Lucky Rock God box. I showed me opening that up at the end, and it was the Bobito Tractorito, and he's the blue ice color. He does
Lucky Rot.
There's the guaranteed Lucky Rot box, but most of those were meh, nothing much. But anyways, here's the admin chat, getting ready for the event. And remember how the Dreamy event replayed the next weekend, and there was a guaranteed secret drop at the end as long as you didn't leave the game? So I think they're going to replay this event next Saturday instead of Sunday, like today's Sunday. It was a little bit slower. So I think he's going to replay it next Saturday, so you get a chance again for another guaranteed secret if you catch the whole event. And I think as long as you don't leave it, you should get at the end. But I think if you leave and try to come back in, it breaks it, and so you don't get the guaranteed secret, or you don't see the admin chat anymore. So we got the countdown going here. Like I'm saying, it's not going to be 8 minutes away. I cut out a lot of the content. Now we turn on 10 times server luck. I noticed there were some fire and ice spawns coming down the carpet, but I wasn't buying them. But I do buy some later on during the event. But you'll notice those in the game. I'm buying them. I'm trying to fill up the index. I think I got close to 30 of them out of the index, so 30 or 54. So it's a good bit. I think they're going to replay this fire and ice event several times,
Strawberrelli,
kind of like every 2 or 3 hours, kind of like they were doing the Dreamy event. So if you want to try to fill that index up, go ahead and buy those during those events. And that's the new Flamingo. That's the default. I think I get the fire later, the fire strawberry Flamingo. So we get both of those variants. I didn't see these guys, but I'd like to see the iced out iced tea. Patipum, what is it called? Anyways, whatever that was.
Lucky Rot.
I got it a couple times yesterday, but they were all defaults. So I would like to see it in the ice variant. There was the ice, whatever these are. Can't remember what some of these spawns are called, but I wasn't buying them yet, but I start buying some of the mobs later on. Right now I'm just looking around at the fire and ice, being that the event started. So half of the map is all fire and like lava rocks flying through the sky when you look up in the sky, and then the other half is like frozen ice. There's some frozen mobs down to some ice blocks on the floor. It's just kind of neat looking, but I don't know. Dreamy might have looked a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm not sure which ones has the greatest multiplier. There's some of the new mobs there. I'll just start buying them for the index, but I'll buy them and delete them, Just trying to fill them up. Some of them look pretty good. That's where we're noticing, half of them are fire, and then I start buying some of the ice ones later. They're all blue. So those are pretty good. I think the only thing I kept out of this is when I get that fire and ice God box later. Get that fire and ice God box later. Lucky Rat box. I do keep that one. It's the Bobito Tractorito, blue ice, 840k a second. Then I'll go ahead and spoil it. My secret guaranteed spawn of the yen was the Turbo Chicken 3000.
Lucky Rot.
I don't really even. That's kind of disappointing. Don't really want another Turbo Chicken, especially if you've already rebirthed it and used it. It gets pretty low K per second. And it was the default one at that, so I was hoping to get one of the new ones, but what you gonna do? Anyways, appreciate the event. It was pretty good. Appreciate the guys taking the time to put this together. So shout out to Fenris. It did good. know I get a lot of requests from you guys in game, and I appreciate that. And, you know, and comments on YouTube asking
Lucky
to
Rot.
trade or index swap, but some douchebag stole my Diamond Grande yesterday after begging for an index swap. That's how I got that gold Garama, but he stole my Diamond Grande. Kind of a douchebag move after begging for an index swap, you know. And I'd index swapped this before, and I got his ice or his diamond Garama for my default Garama, and helped him complete his default index. When I did that, and the loser comes back a day or two later and steals my Diamond Grande. That guy's a loser, but you know, that kind of
Lucky
for
Rot.
me wanting to help people out, but I do appreciate everyone. But again, it is a game, you know, so I don't really care. Easy come, easy go, right? So probably get something better eventually. But you know, if you're gonna steal in the game, the
Lucky
game is
Rot.
all fair. But if you're like scamming people in trade chats and private chats and begging for index swaps and stealing their stuff, I mean, that's just dirtbag moves, bro. Don't be a trash kid like that. You know, be better than that. That guy's a loser. Anyways, enough of that. Gotta wait for this timer to count down, but that was the new Fire and Ice Lucky Rot God Box. Buying some more mobs, trying to fill up the book. And I will open up the chest at the end. But I cut out a lot of the content, like I said. It's only a minute left now. So it's getting ready for the guaranteed secret drop. Deleting the Mateo, who's the fire version. Are you ready? I think it does a real quick countdown.
Lucky Rot.
Then the secret walks out on the floor, coming down the line. We don't have a red carpet, but they're still walking down the line, right between the fire and the ice floor. Just hoping for something good.
Trenostruzzo turbo 3 mio.
But nope. Turbo turkey chicken.
Trenostruzzo turbo 3 mio.
Did you want another one of those? Anyways, still good. So time to open up the box now. This was about the best thing I got, right? That looks first pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. Does more than the Dreamy one. So they do have a higher multiplier than the Dreamy, so yeah, that's right. Those are about the best two things I got. So how'd yours play out? Did you get one of the new secrets? Anybody get the new secret? Post a comment, let me know. Really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna walk over here, grab my cash real quick. I'm gonna look at the book. And I think in the book, what do I get? Let's see what I got. And I might have got one or two more after this, because I think they're coming down the line normally. What you see there, 29 and 54. So I got over half of them completed. So I'll probably come back in for the next event. But all right, bro, I appreciate you checking it out. Later.